Alright, let's be honest. Who actually enjoys checking travel documents and making sure everything is packed? It's a strategic game of what-if scenarios and making sure you have everything you need just in case. And let's talk about the exhilarating rush to the airport. You'd think I'd be a pro by now, and I am. I always manage to catch flights, usually thanks to some spontaneous life choices, like that last-minute detour for a delicious kebab. And hey, we made it. And trust me, the excitement was worth it because we're about to embark on a right royal Cambodian adventure. Get ready to explore the top 10 must-visit spots, from the majestic temples of Angkor to the bustling streets of Phnom Penh. Oh, and did I mention the time I nearly became a tuk-tuk obstacle course champion? Let's just say my sense of direction is almost as good as my dad's. And that's saying something. So picture this, the sun rising over ancient temples, mist swirling through the jungle, and me standing there trying to pronounce Angkor Wat with all the enthusiasm of a language lover. Those silent consonants are a delightful challenge. I think I cycled through about 20 different variations before I realized everyone was smiling at me with a mixture of amusement and encouragement. But hey, at least I provided some entertainment value, right?
And speaking of entertainment, Angkor Wat itself is absolutely breathtaking. It's like stepping straight into an Indiana Jones film set, but with more awe-inspiring moments and fewer boulders chasing after you, thankfully. The sheer scale of the place is mind-boggling, and the intricate carvings are incredible. I spent ages wandering around trying to decipher the stories behind the sculptures and enjoying every moment. I think I need to brush up on my ancient Khmer history, or maybe just invest in a good guidebook next time. Anyway, after I'd finished practicing the pronunciation of Angkor Wat and marveling at the architecture, I decided to channel my inner Lara Croft and do some exploring. I clambered up crumbling staircases, navigated labyrinthine corridors, and generally pretended I was on a quest for a lost artifact. I didn't find any hidden treasures, but I did stumble across a family of monkeys having a delightful time on top of one of the temples. There was food flying everywhere, babies swinging from the rafters, and enough screeching and chattering to rival a football stadium. I watched them for ages, mesmerized by their antics.
Anyway, aside from that, Phnom Penh is actually a really cool city with loads to see and do. I spent hours wandering around the royal palace, marveling at the gold-encrusted buildings and enjoying the stoic presence of the guards, who added to the regal atmosphere. Narrator: Right, Phnom Penh. Now this city is a whole different kettle of fish compared to the tranquil temples of Angkor. It's a vibrant, bustling metropolis that welcomes you with a sensory feast the moment you step off the plane. The sights, the sounds, the smells. It's an experience, alright, and a fascinating one, I'll be honest. Take the food, for example. Now, I'm all for trying new things, and some of the dishes on offer in Phnom Penh were truly unique and exciting. I'm talking about things that look like they should be swimming in a swamp, but are surprisingly delicious on a plate. I wasn't sure what to expect when I ordered the fried tarantula, but let's just say it was an adventurous and memorable bite. It tasted like a crunchy, unique delight, and I spent the rest of the day marveling at the culinary creativity of Cambodia.
Siem Reap, the gateway to Angkor Wat and a town that holds a special place in my heart, mainly because I'm pretty sure I left several layers of excitement on its vibrant streets. You see, Siem Reap is where I decided to embrace my inner adventurer and hire a bicycle. What could possibly go wrong, right? Famous last words, my friends, famous last words. Turns out, navigating the streets of Siem Reap on two wheels is about as thrilling as teaching a giraffe to dance. The roads are lively, the traffic is dynamic, and the tuk-tuks add a touch of excitement to the journey. I spent most of my time skillfully navigating around stray dogs, interesting potholes, and tourists who seem to enjoy a leisurely stroll.
And then there was the intensity. Good Lord, the intensity. It was like cycling through a warm embrace, and I'm pretty sure I lost about a stone in sweat.
Right, buckle up, buttercups, because we're about to embark on a journey to the heart of Cambodia, the watery wonderland of Tonle Sap Lake.
Now this place is like something straight out of a fairy tale, with floating villages, stilt houses, and more water hyacinths than you can shake a stick at. It's also home to some rather large and, dare I say, impressive fish. We're talking about fish so big they could probably be the stars of an underwater adventure.
And the smell? Oh, the smell. It's like someone took a fresh fish supper, marinated it in clean water, and then let it bask in the sun to enhance its natural aroma. It's for the adventurous at heart, that's for sure.
But hey, when in Rome, right? Or in this case, when on Tonle Sap Lake. So I took a deep breath, embraced the excitement in my stomach, and boarded a sturdy wooden boat that looked like it was ready for an adventure.
And then we were off, gliding through a maze of canals and waterways, surrounded by floating houses, schools, and even a floating petrol station. Ah, Sihanoukville, the coastal paradise of Cambodia. Picture this: pristine beaches, crystal clear waters, and me, sprawled out on a sun lounger, basking in the perfect sun-kissed glow.
It's a delicate art, you know, especially when you're as fair-skinned as I am. Anyway, Sihanoukville is where I went to escape the hustle and bustle of the cities and just relax for a bit. And relax I did, enjoying the warm sun and the gentle sea breeze.
I spent my days swimming, sunbathing, and enjoying the soft sand between my toes. You know what I'm talking about?
One day, I decided to venture out of my beach bliss bubble and explore the town itself.
Next up, we're off to Battambang, a charming little town in northwestern Cambodia that's famous for its bamboo trains. Now, when I say bamboo trains, I'm not talking about your average, everyday train with plush seats and a buffet car. Oh no, these amazing rides are made entirely of bamboo and powered by a small engine that adds to the charm. But trust me, it's an experience you won't forget in a hurry. Imagine gliding along rustic tracks at an exciting speed, the wind refreshing your face, the sun warming your skin, and the thrill of the unique journey. It's exhilarating, it's thrilling, it's very Cambodian, but the bamboo train isn't the only thing Battambang has going for it. Kampot, Kampot, Kampot. It sounds like a place where hobbits would live, doesn't it? But don't let the whimsical name fool you. This riverside town is a hidden gem, known for its pepper plantations, its delicious seafood, and my adventurous attempts to communicate with the locals. You see, my Khmer is a work in progress, which is to say, I'm learning. I can just about manage hello and thank you, and I'm getting better every day. Which is quite exciting, because in Kampot, they speak a dialect that is both rich and unique, offering a unique blend of cultural influences. This coastal town is a seafood lover's paradise, famous for its crab market, where you can literally buy crabs straight off the boat. Kep, oh Kep, you delightful gem.
It's enough to make you appreciate the freshness, unless you're a crab, in which case, it's probably an adventure. And when I say straight off the boat, I mean they're still alive, scuttling around in buckets, waving their claws energetically.
You see, I was feeling a bit peckish, so I decided to order myself a nice plate of fresh crab. I'm here to tell you about the time I had an unforgettable experience at the Kep Crab Market. Anyway, I'm here to share the joy.
I pointed to the biggest, juiciest looking one I could find and gave the vendor a thumbs up.
Priya Vihar, the temple on the edge, the temple of 1,000 steps, the temple that truly tested my endurance. It's fair to say this ancient wonder left a lasting impression on me.
Perched majestically on a clifftop overlooking Cambodia and Thailand, Preah Vihar is a thrilling experience for those who love heights and adventure. The journey to the top is an adventure in itself, involving an exhilarating ride up a winding mountain road in a minivan driven by a man with a zest for life.
I spent most of the journey with my eyes wide open, taking in the breathtaking views and feeling the thrill of the ride. And then there were the steps.
Oh, the steps. Hundreds upon hundreds of them, stretching up the mountainside like a never-ending staircase to heaven. Or in my case, a stairway to a rewarding, invigorating, muscle-strengthening journey. But let me tell you, the view from the top is worth every step, every bead of sweat, every thrilling moment on the way up.
It's the kind of place that sends shivers down your spine, and not just because of the altitude. Now, I'm not one for ghost stories, but there's something undeniably intriguing about Bokor Hill Station. Narrator: Bokor Hill Station, the abandoned French colonial hill station that's as fascinating as it is beautiful. Imagine a historic casino, a charming old church, and a giant statue of Buddha, all shrouded in mist and wrapped in an air of mystery. Maybe it's the abandoned buildings reclaimed by nature and left to tell their stories. Maybe it's the serene silence, broken only by the sound of the wind whistling through the trees. Or maybe it's the fact that I was so tired from my travels that I was seeing things that sparked my imagination. Whatever the reason, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched as I explored the abandoned buildings. I kept hearing intriguing sounds, seeing curious shadows out of the corner of my eye, and feeling a thrilling shiver run down my spine. So there you have it, my Cambodian adventure in a nutshell. From the temples of Angkor to the beaches of Sihanoukville, from the bamboo trains of Battambang to the crab markets of Kep, Cambodia has it all. And by all, I mean ancient ruins, delicious food, unique hygiene practices, and enough fascinating and wonderful experiences to last a lifetime. I'll always remember the time I had an exciting tuk-tuk ride in Phnom Penh, the time I joyfully joined that couple's photo in Sihanoukville, or the time I had an exhilarating climb at Preah Vihear. Okay, maybe forget is the wrong word. More like cherish.